For the first time in NBA history, the underdogs took over in a way we've never seen before. The Pacers, Golden State, Nuggets, and the Knicks all pulled off the most shocking wins in the second round of the NBA playoffs. And if we're being honest, it might be even more exciting than the NBA Finals. Nothing about round 2 is normal. There hasn't been a defending champion to make it past the second round since 2019. Teams that had longer breaks to rest looked lost. Teams that had no rest came out either dominating or completely catching everyone off guard. It feels like we're walking on thin ice with all 4 matchups, and it wasn't just a one-off either. So if you had bets made during this round, you probably didn't cash out. For the first time in NBA history, every underdog team won Game 1, and it doesn't stop there.
Jarris Walker comes in for Rick Carlisle. Siakam sits.
Ever since Tyrese Haliburton was voted as the most overrated player in the league, something has clicked for him and the Pacers. And well, after Game 5, the Pacers pulled off one of the biggest upsets this year, sending the Cavs home a lot faster than we expected. Cleveland collapsed against a team they were favored to beat every night. But it wasn't enough to stop the Pacers' relentless pace and pressure. And the wild part was the Cavs led by 19 points, just to face a brutal beatdown in the second half, and eliminated out of the second round for the second straight year. This wasn't just an early exit, it was a gut punch. But let's be real, we could see a turn in the series right in Game 2. The Pacers were down by 20.
There's still a ton of time left in this game, too.
While the Cavs had a 97.7% chance of winning the game and had the lead for pretty much the entire time. Despite Donovan Mitchell's 48 points, the Cavs just couldn't hold it down in the final minute. Shortly after Mitchell hit both his free throws to create the 7-point gap,
but collectively, they've done a great job.
The Pacers do the impossible over the next 58 seconds. First, Nesmith recovers Siakam's missed foul shot. Then, Mitchell commits an offensive foul, giving up a critical turnover.
47 seconds, contact Mitchell and Nesmith.
It's an offensive foul on Mitchell. It will be Indiana ball on the side.
At 28 seconds, the Cavs defense falls apart, while Siakam comes in hot from the arc and makes the layup.
On the wing, Siakam attacks and lays.
And even with the Cavs timeout to move them up the court,
Kenny Atkinson's going to get a timeout.
Strus's pass becomes the second turnover in the last 20 seconds. And then Tyrese Haliburton happens.
Jerome, and here he comes to the cup.
He draws the foul, sinks a foul shot to make it a 2-point game. And then after missing his second shot, the Cavs can't grab the rebound, but instead it ends up in Haliburton's hands and, well, the rest is history. I have never seen an entire arena so silent after a game. They yelled overrated, and Tyrese made them eat their words. The fact that the Pacers won both games on the road against the team that has dominated so much of the season is taking everyone for a loop. But over in Oklahoma, the shock continued.
Short again, Murray retrieves the loose ball. Wide open, Gordon for the tie! Got it! Westbrook, 5 seconds. They're down by 1. Gordon! Got it!
We thought after AG's game winner in Game 1, it made a statement in a series that nobody thought they had a chance of winning. But after Game 3, heads started turning. All that said, this series had us sitting on the edge of our seats. Could OKC overcome last year's Round 2 upset against Dallas? Or could the Nuggets be en route toward their second NBA title in 3 years? OKC answered that question with confidence in Game 7. I mean, they destroyed the Nuggets by 32, proving this young squad might just be able to take it all the way this year. The Thunder's defense took full control, turning Denver's offense into a disaster. And even though SGA and Jalen put up 59 points together, the real X factor was Alex Caruso's defensive masterclass on Nikola Jokić, making him look like he's human after all. Nikola only made 5 shots from the field, hit only 1 3-pointer, and had 5 turnovers. In fact, it was the 23 turnovers the Nuggets gave up that turned into 37 points for OKC. Plus, it didn't help that AG was playing on a bum hamstring and was clearly off all game. It was clear when he wasn't on the floor, it broke Denver's offensive flow. It seemed that no one could relieve the pressure on Jamal Murray or get the Nuggets into rhythm. The Thunder didn't just win, they wore down the 2023 champs, piece by piece. That said, we still have to give the Nuggets some credit. We have to remember 2 nights before the OKC and Nuggets series, Denver completed an exhausting 7-game series against the Clippers, while OKC had been chilling for an entire week. The next day, those same Nuggets boarded a plane to Oklahoma City to face the best team in the league that swept its first-round series against Memphis. There's no way Denver was supposed to have the legs and the energy to walk into OKC and walk out with a win in Game 1 at the least.
Towns, Anunoby fakes, drives, gets inside, shots good out of bounds. Being a star in Boston as Brunson gets inside.
This has probably been the best series yet. I know the Pacers have made a massive statement on the Cavs, but back-to-back 20-point comebacks. The Knicks became the first team in this era to come back from down 20 twice in the same series. And the Celtics became the first team to ever blow a 20-point lead in back-to-back playoff losses. But at the end of the day, the series isn't over. Actually, yes, it is. For the first time in 25 years, the New York Knicks are heading back to the Eastern Conference Finals. And they didn't just beat the Celtics to get there. They demolished them. Some thought Game 3 was enough to gain momentum for the Celtics with a 20-point blowout. But Game 6, not even close after the Knicks took the series with a 38-point win. This team actually screamed championship potential and became the second underdog in round 2 to eliminate a top team, but also a heavy favorite and the defending champions. A 119-81 beatdown in Game 6 sent shockwaves through Madison Square Garden, with Jalen, OG, Karl Anthony, and Mikal all torching Boston in a performance that solidified the Knicks' place in the playoffs. After years of rebuilding, heartbreak, and disappointment, Knicks fans finally got to watch their team play near-perfect basketball when it mattered most. Balanced offense, suffocating defense, and a second-half cruise that felt like a coronation. This wasn't just a win, it was a statement. As for Boston, things did not end the way they imagined. With Jason Tatum sidelined after tearing his Achilles in Game 4, the Celtics looked lifeless, disjointed, and ultimately overmatched. Jaylen Brown tried to carry the load, but it just wasn't enough, and role players like Jrue Holiday and Derek White simply couldn't get the job done. Unfortunately, this will be the last time we ever see that roster together after this season, as the Celtics are too expensive to keep together. So expect some crazy trades in the offseason. But over in Minnesota, it was a little different compared to the rest of the other series for round 2. This series did not go the way we expected. Obviously, the Warriors were the underdogs, despite being the better team in the season series, winning 3 of their 4 matchups against the Wolves, but without Steph for the rest of the playoffs after Game 1, which was their only win. The Wolves sealed the series, winning 4 games straight. So I mean, it can't really be a fluke. The Wolves look like the deeper, tougher, and more complete team, answering every push from the Warriors. This is now the first time in franchise history the Wolves have ended up in back-to-back conference finals. The days of typical Timberwolves are over. These guys are for real. As for the Warriors, they're left wondering what could have been. When Steph's hamstring gave out, so did their playoff hopes. After getting Jimmy Butler at the trade deadline, there definitely was a spark that gave off potential NBA title champion vibes. But without Steph, their offense still collapsed. Golden State's youth stepped up at times, but it just wasn't enough, and now front office is going to face tough questions. What do you do with Kuminga? Can they find a true center and more spacing? The Curry-Butler duo does have a potential for greatness, but time is running out.